the universe is exposing everything. Look around. There are certain things that just can't be hidden anymore. Welcome back to another drive with Denise. Guys, I promise I've been trying to get myself on camera, but this Mercury retrograde, I think there's like 6 planets retrograde right now, which means that there's a lot going on in the cosmos again. I mean, there's always something going on in the cosmos, but I feel like since the Leo full moon in August till now, it's just a lot of things are being revealed. Certain circumstances in our life are coming to the forefront of our attention so that we can make changes that are gonna last for a very long time. I think that part of it has a lot to do with just what intention we are moving on earth with. I think that the people who aren't on the same wavelength as you, just for their own personal reasons, are very much going to be separated. I truly believe that the universe takes away certain people or situations in your life that are taking up your space, time, and attention, so that the things that deserve that space, time, and attention can come in. And I believe in fate. I don't believe in coincidences. So I feel like even sometimes when we don't really feel like we want to walk away from certain things, the universe kind of forces you to. Just because when you are focused on like your own energy and trying to make sure you're staying as pure as you can by walking with intention and making sure that all your actions are coming from a heart-based mentality. I know I've talked about that with you guys before. I know that when you're walking with that intention, all the chaos that shows up is on purpose. We can only control so much, and I think that the human brain thinks we can control way more than we actually can. I think once you start learning about the essence of what we are as the species of human beings, obviously talking science and quantum physics, then your perspective on the human experience expands a little bit more. And for me, it truly has shown that, like, okay, certain things are just out of our control, and our response is truly where we hold our power. Personally, I've been very much practicing responding in the best way I know how and I can. I've been watching a lot of sermons and I've been meditating to an extensive degree. Guys, I really feel like meditating is the form of mental exercise that we all need in these moments. I think that any way that you find peace and time away from your thinking mind, that's meditating. And obviously extending it to the actual practice of sitting with yourself and diving into your subconscious, that's a whole other level of meditating. But I think that the general understanding of placing yourself in an environment where you are truly peaceful and content, just anything that brings you a peace of mind, takes your mind away from any worries or stress, that to me has just been key during these times. So I was like, you know what, let me just force myself to come on camera and express how I've been feeling these last few days and why I haven't been able to just like get on here and talk to you guys. But it's just been like a lot. I don't know how to explain it honestly in too many words, but I'm sure you guys can relate to what I'm saying. I have had a few conversations with friends, and I know I'm not the only one that's been feeling what I've been feeling, and I think it's collective. I think it's grouping a few of us on purpose because some of us are relating to each other when it comes to these intense energies. We're definitely in the age of Aquarius, and it's something we're not going to be able to run from. And for me, like I said, what's helping is staying very disciplined with my spiritual practices. I'm on my way to yoga right now. Yoga is a form of exercise that I used to do when I was younger all the time when I lived back home in Miami during my school years, but I kind of lost the practice when I started college, and then I moved to LA. But now it's very much become a consistent practice in my life for the last year and a half, almost 2 years now. So I'm excited because it is another form for me of meditation, because in that moment I'm just truly focusing on grounding and connecting to Mother Nature and Earth through our breath, and it has truly helped me learn the essence of controlling your analytical mind, which then I learned about when I started learning about quantum physics and just the science that goes behind controlling your mind and truly focusing on your inner self, which is what they also teach you in yoga, because it's all connected, guys. That's another truth that keeps just proving itself to me in my little circumstances and experiences that I've been having lately. It's all connected. I think we're more powerful than we are told in beautiful ways. I honestly have changed my perspective a lot on good and bad. I think there's this neutral way of observing your life, and it's part of the Trinity consciousness teaching. Recently, in certain things that have happened, I have truly seen it be proven that things are just what they are. They're not really bad or good. That depends on your perspective. So all I want to say about the retrogrades that are going on right now, retrograde just means that the planet has stopped rotating clockwise and now is rotating counterclockwise. That's a retrograde. Rewind is another word for retrograde. Because of the planets doing this phenomenon of, like, think about what that's doing in outer space. It's shifting energies, and we are made of energy. I've said that 100 times, I'm sure already. But because we're made of energy, we are obviously very affected by the situations up there. There's certain sources that you can go and research that allow you to understand how those energies are affecting our everyday life. Things are being exposed right now, intentions are being magnified, and we're not going to be able to ignore it anymore. This being simplified, the way I understand it, is if you're walking in your ego instead of your heart, it's going to be very obvious, and we're not going to really be able to overlook it. It's just going to be uncomfortable for us to be around something we don't genuinely want to be around or deserve to be around, you know? Like, it's just going to be very uncomfortable and it's going to repel you. And I definitely have been put in certain situations where that's the emotion of just like an uncomfortable feeling where I just rather be to myself. I just saw 11:11. Listen to yourself in those moments where you know something's off. That's your intuition, like, speaking to you and letting you know that the energy is just not matching. And it's not to say anything negative about anything or anyone. It just means it's not your vibe, and that's okay. You'll find your vibe and it'll find you. Let me reword that. Our words are very powerful. It'll find you. It really will. And 444, hold on. 444, for example, just always reminds me of spiritual protection and how I'm protected and not to worry. Listen, numerology, so that's just confirmation. 1111 is confirmation of, like, alignment, of duality and unconditional love. Numbers essentially is a language in itself, especially when you start looking into numerology and the essence of it. So yeah, anyways, regardless of what's happening, I do feel like it's all guiding us towards the purposeful path for us individually and as a group. We are all feeling specific emotions right now for a reason, for us to pay attention to them. And I don't think we were very much taught to just have, like, emotional intelligence. That's something we have to learn on our own, I think. For me, learning about just the energy that's influencing that emotion in me has just helped me get through it way easier. I recommend that during this time, you do not neglect what you feel. Ask yourself, like, why am I feeling this way? Like, yeah, this exterior situation might have triggered that emotion in me, but there's something deeper that lives as the root of that emotion. And that's usually an experience that you should transmute. And this exterior circumstance is just helping you do that. Once I started perceiving all the circumstances in my life as for me, that was a very easy perspective to have on anything that I could have perceived as negative. I've definitely been put in certain situations where in the past I could have told you, like, girl, don't even try. The mercy that this Denise holds is night and day, and I'm grateful for that, because I'm not just holding mercy and grace because I know that's what you're supposed to do as a child of Gaia or the universe. Yeah, walking like Jesus and having that Christ consciousness means like service to others and be kind to each other, but I had to learn like the psychological, scientific explanation behind holding mercy, holding compassion, and all of that to actually embody it, because I don't have a doubt in my mind that all the things that are being exposed right now are only being exposed for our good, and so that we can shift them into things that actually benefit us and support our genuine purpose on why we're here. Like, I think it's time to start separating what we do for a living and who we are, because they're not the same thing. I hope that my message translated on this video. At the end of the day, we are going through all of this together, so as long as someone out there feels understood, like they're not alone, because trust me, you're not alone if you feel a little off these days. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm your girl Denise.Rodri. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week. I have the second part to the bachelorette trip coming on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. Love you guys so much. Mwah. Nos vemos y hablamos pronto. Bye guys.